All right, it is Tuesday. This is episode 8 of the Daily Dose. Episode 8. See, it's titled Time is a Commodity. If you don't know what a commodity is, Google it. You should know. Won't give you all the answers. Today's a pretty good day. I am at the gym getting ready to coach my lunchtime class. So those people that are working come in, hit it at lunch, head back to work, split up their day perfectly. Come in, get a great workout, then head back and finish out the day. Tonight I'm going to watch the Gator basketball game. Me and my firstborn son, we're going to watch the Gators play Kentucky. It's going to be his first game. He's going to be very, very excited. I'm super pumped, obviously. Huge basketball fan, but it's even cooler that I get to take him to his first big game. So he's going to be excited about that. So let's get started. We are going to talk. I keep looking back because Ginger just walked in. I want to make sure it wasn't a killer, someone that was going to kill me or something, but we're good. Ginger will take care of me, right? They can't see. You got to move right there. That's Ginger. One of the many smart people that I surround myself with. So we're going to start with talking about time, right? Time is very important. It's something that you cannot buy, regardless of how much money you have, how many people you know. Money is something that you cannot buy, right? You just can't, or at least not yet. Can't buy it yet. Maybe we'll better buy time one day. Maybe I heard something. I was listening to, I don't know if I was listening to something, reading something, but they were talking about how you can't buy time, but maybe in the near future, you'll be able to drink something and it'll give you all the information that you need, right? If you want to learn calculus, you drink something. I don't know. It seems a little far-fetched, but I don't know. You never know. There's some crazy stuff out there. I don't know if I would drink something that would give me knowledge. At least until I saw a lot of other people doing it. They didn't die or something. I don't know. So the first thing we have to do is let's make sure that we really know how we're using our time, right? A lot of people say they're busy, they're swamped, all this stuff right here. But we want to make sure that we really know how we're using our time, and what's a simple, easy way to do that? Keeping a diary, right? Keeping a diary, not the type of diary you're gonna, write in it, hide it up under your bed so your husband or kids can't find it, or your girlfriend or whatever. I'm talking about a time diary, right? So from the time we wake up, in just about every 30 minutes, every hour, right, we're gonna have a time stamp in there allocated to exactly what we're doing, right? And if we do that for about a week, that is going to really help us figure out what we're spending our time on. And the reason I like a week, because it's not a couple days where you can basically change all of your habits and then make it look like you're super busy when you're really not. If we do it for a week, that's going to give us a great outline of what we're really doing, right? And I think that's basically the most important thing when we're talking about this. We want to make sure that we're being honest, right? Because if we're not being honest, it's not going to help us in the long run, right? If you're wasting a lot of time doing frivolous stuff that's not important, having that time diary for a week, it'll help us cut some of that stuff out, right? Once we determine what we're doing, let's say we have a lot of wasted time, I like to call it, let's say we have a lot of fat in our lives, right? A lot of fat on our schedule. We can cut some of that stuff out, right? We can get rid of it, just like people like to do in the gym. Everyone wants to burn a little fat, build a little muscle. We can do that with our schedule too, right? We can allocate certain times to be on social media, texting with our friends, watching YouTube, whatever it is you do that's not very productive, that takes up a lot of your time, we can take that out, right? If you need to not get on social media, between the hours of 8 and 5 because you're at work or you're just super busy, that's fine. I assure you that when you get on social media, if you have, 1,000 notifications because you're that busy, that many people are tagging you and stuff, it'll still be there when you get there, right? You don't have to click on everything as soon as you're tagged and stuff like that. I try to stay in tune to Facebook, but obviously I have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all the other stuff, but I don't even turn those notifications on, right? Because if I did, it would just be too much throughout the day. It would keep me too sidetracked. And I'm even getting ready to turn off my notification for Facebook as well too. I'm going to get on a couple of times throughout the day, obviously this time to do this and keep up with the notifications and stuff, but I think that's one thing that you can do from the beginning. Figure out where the fat is, where you're wasting time, right? It's simple. Figure out where you're wasting time for about a week, write it down, and that's simple. You can just cut it out. It's just that simple, right? But you have to do it, and you have to keep a real chart, right? If you don't keep a real one, it's not going to do you any good, right? Because the more you grow, the busier you become, the more stuff is going to be pulling at you, right? And we just don't want to be running around crazy everywhere, super stressed out and swamped all the time. I think that once you figure that out, once you cut this stuff out, once you cut all the excess stuff out, you're definitely going to see that you're going to get more stuff done in the least amount of time, right? Which is great. And when you do start to meet with people face to face, I like meeting with people face to face. I'm not big on texting and phone calls. I like to meet with people, but when you meet with people, make sure that you're really connecting, right? Like you're really connecting. Even if you can't meet with someone for a couple hours, if you meet with someone for 20 minutes, give them your undivided attention for 20 minutes. So that means no phone calls, no texting. Leave your phone in the car, throw it under the table so you can't see it, right? Just give these people your undivided attention for a solid 20 minutes, and that goes a long way. I'm guilty of that as well. Meet with someone and still checking my phone and stuff like that at times. So that's something that I'm personally working on as well. There's nothing more annoying when you meet with someone, they're like checking their phone, you're trying to have a serious conversation as well, right? So give people your undivided attention, right? I call that like really, just really be present, right? Because you don't want to be super stressed out all the time, right? And you get stressed out all the time by trying to do a million things at one time, like you're all over the place and stuff like that. So try to manage your stress as well, right? Try to manage your stress. There's numerous ways to do that, but no one likes being around a person that's always stressed out. I don't at all. High-strung people that bring a lot of stress, they don't bring joy. I avoid them like the plague, right? No one wants to be around a stressful person because it's contagious, right? If I, as a leader, right, of my company, I'm always stressed, always high-strung, what do you think that's going to do to my employees? It's going to make them the exact same way, and then when they interact with our customers, our clients, it's going to make it just not a great experience, right? Our goal is when people come here each day is that this is the best time of their day. I don't care what they have going on. I don't care if they have a great day planned when they're here. We want that to be the absolute best time of their day. All right. So stress, cut it out. Don't go into situations that is going to make you super stressed out if you can. Of course, there's always situations you have to deal with. But if you're one of the people that stress all the time, negative Ned, always have something negative to say, try to work on that. That's someone that you can personally grow. You'll have more friends. It'll make you a better business person, better leader, right? So that's that tip. Something else that I would do as you guys start figuring out more ways to cut that fat out of your life, be more time efficient, make sure that you don't drop the ball, because the busier you become, the more stuff you have on your plate. So a simple way is a to-do list, right? You can create it the night before, the morning of, depending on what time you're waking up. You should be waking up fairly early. have a to-do list and try to move through that list, right? Even if you don't get through every single point, because the day may happen, something may come up, but if you have a to-do list, you know that you're going to get some important stuff done throughout the day, right? But if you don't have a list, you're just going to be jumping around to what pops up at that time, and you may look at something when you get back home later at night and realize that you didn't do anything that was very important, right? So have your to-do list with all the very important stuff on there and try to go down that list throughout the day, all right? Also, that sort of brings us to emails, right? Most people have Gmail. It's easy. It's very user-friendly. You guys should tag your emails, right? Label them so that you can know exactly what you have done, what you haven't done, what you need to come back to. These labels can be color-coded or anything like that to make your life even easier. You cannot have, I know everyone has a different personality, but you cannot have 57,313 emails, right? Even though it's a ton of junk, it's still hard to sift through, figure out what's important. If you need to sit down for one day and delete all of those old emails and junk mail and all that stuff so you can have a concise, nice inbox so that you can know what's important and what's not, you need to do it. There's an app that I use. It's called Unroll Me, I believe. I'll find the link. I'll post it in the comments later on the day. It's called Unroll Me. It's an app where it'll take all the junk mail, put it in there in one place so you don't even get it, so it doesn't fill your mailbox up throughout the day, right? So I want to see some clean inboxes. It's not really about personalities and that type of stuff. I see some people saying, no, it's not. It's like you can't stay very efficient if you have to sift through 1,000 emails every time you go to your computer. You have to search for it. That's just wasting time, as opposed to you could go to this label, to-do list for Monday. You can set reminders, that type of stuff right there. So try to color code your emails and try to label them so you can know exactly what you need to do. If you were to look at my inbox right now, I have about 10 emails in there. They're color coded, some of them marked with high priority, and I try to get through each and one of those each day. Some of them sit in there a little bit longer than I like, but it doesn't fall through. I don't forget, right? And so make sure you're using your emails efficiently, right? Don't have 10,000 emails. If I check your emails, you have 10,000 emails, you're gonna be in trouble, all right? And then the last thing, let's talk about phone calls. If you're a business owner or you're just trying to be a better leader, employee, right? If someone calls you, this is simple. Call them back in a timely manner. Unless you have thousands of people, hundreds of people calling you every single day, which I don't, you should call these people back within a few hours, right? Unless they just catch you at an unusually busy day or something. But for the most part, you should be able to respond to people within a few hours, right? People want what they want when they want it, right? We talk about that all the time. So if you can't get it to them, they're gonna go on to the next place that can, right? I am known, I guess since we started off so small, that sort of was my big thing, and it still is now. I respond to emails and phone calls rather quickly if I can, right? Of course, sometimes if someone emails me at 8 o'clock at night, I'm not emailing back. Now I've created more structure in my life, but before, if someone emailed me, I wasn't doing anything, I was trying to figure it out, I was calling them right back, right? People really appreciate that promptness when it comes to emails and phone calls, for sure, all right? So because when people call, most people are not going to leave voicemails. That's just the way it is now. No one's leaving voicemails, really. So you need to be calling numbers back, following up, making sure that you're reaching out. So if they're trying to join your business or your company, that you're helping them do that, making it easy. All right? So if you guys have questions, post it in the comments. That's all I have for today. I will be back tomorrow, 11:45, the Daily Dose. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend, 11:45. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out.